Good morning. This is Cassandra with EWE Farms, and I am up at 7 a.m. Actually, I was up at 6 doing the morning chores. So, feeding the baby goats, feeding the old-timey cat, giving him his medicine, Cam, and just, all that stuff. Normally, I do a load of dishes as well in the morning, but yesterday I did the dishes throughout the day because I made soft goat's cheese using vinegar to separate the curds and whey, and it came out really creamy, so I'm very excited about that. And I used a gallon of milk, got me 8 plus 8 plus 7, 16, 22 ounces of cheese. And I did 8 ounces of Italian, 8 ounces of red pepper flakes, and then the balance, which was like 7.5 ounces or something like that, of sliced chives. So we have some green onions growing in the windowsill here from the store, and so I just sliced those up and put them in there. I guess it'd be sliced green onions. And so after I made cheese, I was like, ooh, I had seen Ruth Ann Zimmerman's video about making caramel with the whey. So you have to know how many quarts you start out with to follow her recipe. So I figured out that I had 3.5 quarts of whey from 1 gallon of milk. And you simmer that down to about half. And then you add 1 cup of sugar per quart that you originally started with. And so I did that. And then you simmer that down till it's about like a syrupy consistency. Mine ended up like foaming. And so I knew it was kind of ready because I don't know why, but I think, I could be wrong. I think that the foam means that like the sugar's kind of crystallized or gone into the milk or the whey and done its things. Anyway, it foamed up, but at that point I knew I'd had syrup, a syrup-like consistency. And then you add a tablespoon of butter per quart you originally started with, and you add a teaspoon of vanilla per quart you originally started with. And we got caramel. So this is one little bottle that I'm keeping in the fridge. And this is a repurposed 750 milliliter pump bottle. That was a Strike Force bottle that Luis finished. And so I was like, and he had saved it. Probably I think for this because the Strike Force bottles don't always come with the pump. But anyway, he had saved it. And so I was like, oh, I'll put my caramel in it. And then I can just pump it out whenever I want to make a cup of coffee and add it to my coffee. Well, I had this in the fridge, and then Luis was saying that, like, oh, it's setting up, it's seeming to harden, which, it thickens, yes, but it didn't harden. So this has been out in the normal air overnight, and this has been in the fridge. So it's pretty syrupy. Don't mind the cat food, guys. I'm so sorry. It's pretty syrupy. Now, I'm not a super huge caramel fan, but I'm trying to do this through the video. Don't mock me. This is pretty good. And I tasted it. Oh, don't worry, there's water in there. I'm gonna have to drink the rest of that water or dump it before I make my coffee. Anyway, I thought, okay, well, let's try it. And so I tasted it this morning, and it's pretty good. It does have a slightly different taste than like caramel you might buy at the store. And maybe that's because I used the vinegar, or maybe because it's not a sweet whey. So a sweet whey could be, it depends on the way you make your cheese. So some hard cheeses you end up with a sweet whey, and some cheeses you end up with a what do they call it? It's not a sour whey. It's just more acidic. It's an acidic whey. gosh, I can't remember what they call it. Anyway, it's early still. Anyway, so sweet whey you can definitely use for like your garden and things like that. Your other whey, you can use for like your pigs and for, it's just more acidic. So you just want to be a little more cautious. You wouldn't want to dump it on your garden. You don't dump sweet whey on your garden either, but you can dump it in your compost bin for sure, because all of those beneficial bacteria that were in the cheese making process will also be beneficial in your compost bin. Anyway, that's a little bit off topic, but the caramel was really, really good. And these are the very, very basic instructions that I pulled out of the video. The other thing is she did blend hers with an immersion blender, and she said the reason why is her family wants a really smooth caramel, and sometimes there's like little pieces of curd maybe left, or like the milk might like form like a little bit of a solid piece. So I did the same thing, and it worked out really well. So all that to be said, go over and find Ruth Ann Zimmerman's video. I'll try and link it down below or in my comments, the description. Ruth Ann's video on cheese curds, which I did not realize what she was doing was a cheddaring process. So that's really cool. I'm definitely going to try that, because who doesn't love fried cheese curds? So the cheese curds and caramel, and I forget whatever else is in her video title, but Ruth Ann Zimmerman and cheese curds with caramel whey. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.